Question number 3, the Honourable Annette King.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Now for some peace. Does he stand by his statement, quote, "We are focused on results," end quote?
The Honourable Dr Jonathan Coleman.
Mr Speaker, yes. Across the hundreds of services that district health boards provide, it's inevitable that from time to time performance has to be raised in a specific service. But the wider picture is that more and more New Zealanders are getting more and more access to these hundreds of services on an ongoing basis.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, the Honourable Annette King.
Is he proud of the results from the latest adverse events report released today, which sets out the effect on thousands of people waiting well beyond recommended waiting times for eye treatment, and what his commission said has led to deterioration of eye conditions?
The Honourable Dr Jonathan Coleman.
Well, Mr Speaker, that report released today very much reinforces my opening statement there. I mean, there are some services that need attention. Ophthalmology services in 3 DHBs there have a recovery plan in place. But the broader picture of that report is actually the number of adverse effects is absolutely flat. And the whole point of the HQSC is to highlight areas of the system where improvement that can be made. In tandem with that report today, they've released the Open for Results report, and that actually reveals a huge number of positive results. For instance, since January 2015, 52 fewer falls result in a broken hip. Since July 2013, a reduction in surgical site infection rates from 1.3% to 0.9%, so much better for patients. Fewer children and young people dying. Since 2010, 547 fewer deaths in children. And of course, since January 2013, 54,000 fewer bed days, saving $42 million across the system. So, Mr Speaker, a system that's delivering better results and making better use of the money, focusing on results.
Order. The answer's long enough.
Let's focus on this result.
Supplementary question, the Honourable Annette King.
When he was told 18 months ago about the appalling waiting times for eye treatment appointments across New Zealand, not 1 or 2 DHBs, by the College of Ophthalmologists, what was his first action in response?
The Honourable Dr Jonathan Coleman.
Mr Speaker, my first action was to go and look at the facts, and the facts are actually appointments for eye specialists have increased by 25% over the last 8 years. Ophthalmology operations have increased by 28%, from 18,000 to 23,000 operations per year, and specialist Avastin injections for glaucoma have doubled from 4,000 to 8,000. So actually, it just reinforces what I was saying at the start. We're doing more and more. People are getting more and more access to services, but of course there's always more to do.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, the Honourable Annette King.
How significant is it to have the College of Ophthalmologists write to every Member of Parliament this week, including a comprehensive briefing stating they have limited resources to follow up on treatment, leading to increased health risk to patients with chronic eye disease? Not first specialist assessment, follow-up treatment that they're not getting.
The Honourable Dr Jonathan Coleman.
Mr Speaker, I think it's always good to hear from doctors, and I appreciate the engagement. I will be meeting with the College of Ophthalmologists to discuss how we can continue to deliver this ongoing uplift of eye services for New Zealanders.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, Honourable Annette King.
How can GPs, mental health workers, ambulance officers, medical specialists, public health experts and NGOs all be so wrong when they tell the Minister there are not enough resources and the government have got their priorities wrong?
The Honourable Dr Jonathan
Well, of
Coleman.
course, Minister, Mr Speaker, as usual, the member is grossly exaggerating. There are many, many health workers in New Zealand, and I know because I actually go out and speak to them, who support the government's direction and actually appreciate that there's a far greater focus on results, unlike the times when Labor were running the health system, when there was more and more money but people got fewer operations and people had to fly to Australia for cancer treatment.
Question